Well, good morning. Welcome to everyone who's tuning in. This is the Lead Generation Masterclass with Alex Smith. I'm your host, and we're just waiting for some participants to join the meeting. And we're going to get going. We've got a screen share. Morning, Michelle. Feel free to unmute yourself and say hello. Okay, so we've got a bit of a slide presentation, which I'm going to run through for the next few moments, and then we'll have a bit of a discussion. Just trying to find the right window. There's so many different windows to choose from. I've got far too many tabs open today. I don't know if you suffer from that. Let's just go with that one. So it's all about client retention today. So we're currently at week 7 of our 13-week cycle of masterclasses. Today's all about exploring this client retention code, keeping your golden geese. And as you know, acquiring new clients is essential. And that's what we say at kind of lead generation, top of the funnel. It's vital to have that. But if you can actually kind of retain those existing clients that are already doing business with, that's just much more crucial for the sustainability and growth, and ideally for profitability as well. So today we're looking at different ways that we can think about, how can we retain those clients? We want to kind of reduce that churn rate and have them sticking around with us longer, spending more money with us. That's the ideal goal. So let's look at why client retention matters today. So firstly, certainly it's very cost effective. Retaining clients is far, it costs far less in terms of a cost. If you think about how much it costs to generate a new client and acquire that initial lead and then move them through that whole process, it's going to cost a lot more. Whereas with long-term clients, often they'll bring a lot more business, and there'll be potentially repeat purchases from them, and also referrals. They might introduce you to someone else who then becomes a client. So and finally, your reputation, as a brand and being trustworthy, that's going to go much higher. Understanding your client needs. So to retain clients, it's really important that we've got to understand what the client actually needs. This involves regular communication. We need to have maybe newsletters. I've launched one that I put out there every month. It's not too lengthy. It's just a super simple updates in terms of what we're doing as a business, any new features that are coming out, things that are going to help them. That's just adding lots more value. And personalized service is the key. Clients really want to feel valued and understood. So we need to make an effort to understand their pain points and how our solutions can continue to meet their evolving needs. Because, when that client first signs up with you, in a year's time, they might have grown and what they need might not be what you're offering them anymore. So we've got to kind of evolve our offerings to suit what they're doing and the way that they're growing. Client satisfaction surveys are a really good way a great tool really for gathering that feedback. Nobody likes to fill out surveys. They come through on the emails in droves. Some people incentivize it, so they might put in something like a voucher, an Amazon voucher or something like that, some sort of incentive to get people to complete it. I've done a lot of surveys around UX, user experience, on platforms that I subscribe to, and they tend to incentivize those with, an Amazon, £10 Amazon voucher if you give us some feedback. So it obviously works. And obviously, when you kind of design those surveys, you need to be really concise and really targeted and make the most of of that interaction with that customer. It's important to act on that feedback, of course, that you receive. This then demonstrates to your clients that you really value their opinions, and you're also committed to continually improving the products and services that you offer. So an example of one that that I've built out, I'm just going to see if I can pull it up for you. Here we go. I'm just going to share a different screen for the moment. So I realized at Leadith that we were focusing more and more so on B2B coaches and consultants. So I came up with a survey using a tool called SurveyMonkey. SurveyMonkey is pretty much a free tool that you can use to get clients' comments and results. So basically, I did 10 questions to keep it simple. I used AI to generate the questions. This is the results page. So yeah, what challenges do you face in your B2B coaching or consultant business? So I'm asking about, what is the problem? And people, that was a free text field. So people put, demonstrating value, keeping up to date on the market and audience, getting entrepreneurial people to think ahead. So I had, I think, 25 responses. And this is really, really powerful data that we can then use. And on the back of this data, we can then feed this data into things like ChatGPT, paste all this data in there and say, right, on the back of this, how could you further help me to improve my service offerings? And it would come up with some fantastic suggestions. I was quite overwhelmed at the different suggestions that I got on the back of this survey. So this is the sort of thing that can really help client satisfaction surveys. You may have seen a score. There's something called a how likely are you to recommend, it could be your business to a friend or colleague, and then you get this kind of promoter score. It's called a net promoter score, and this is a kind of a widely used scoring metric to see, where your clients are, where your audience are in terms of how much they're likely to recommend you to other people. So feel free to have a look at SurveyMonkey. It's a free tool. You can just set up a 10-question survey like this for free. It gives you all the links. You push the links out to your clients and get them to complete that. And hopefully that gives you some really good actionable insights that you can then utilize in your business. Just going to move back to the slides presentation. There we go. Screen share. Sorry, it's a bit flicky about today, going back and forth. So exclusive offers for repeat clients. So obviously when you start to reward your clients, reward their loyalty, that's going to really help you to, excel in retaining those clients for longer. Consider implementing different types of loyalty programs, so it could be a different program for a different type of customers. And we talk about, segmentation of your audiences and thinking, how can you make a program more applicable to one audience? Special discounts, maybe offer something like VIP access to specific new products and things like that. These types of offers really show your clients that their continued business is going to be appreciated and valued. One thing that I do at Leadith for new clients is I've got everyone likes a notebook, so I have a personalized branded notebook and a personalized branded pen, and that goes out to loyal customers after they've signed up for and they're successfully using the platform. I then just post this off to them, and that's just kind of like a nice little gift that just helps them to feel valued and appreciated as a loyal customer. And I also try to encourage them to write reviews, and we'll come to those reviews in a moment. So think about effective feedback loops, and this is another essential part of kind of looking after those top clients. Continually have a method where you can always seek that feedback. A lot of people I've seen would add maybe a little 5-star thing at the bottom of their email signature, saying, how's the service been? Give us a quick review or whatever, and that would then either forward to Google, forward to an internal system. It could forward to a separate, feedback and system like that. There's lots of tools out there. I've used one called Grab Your Reviews. I think it's called Grab Your Reviews, and that adds the little widget onto the bottom of your emails so people can express their feedback in that method. And then if it's a feedback of you can set it to where you want 4 or 5-star feedback, you can get it to automatically post to Google and things like that. So there's great platforms out there that will help you with that. So when clients see that their feedback leads to tangible improvements, this builds a lot more trust. They'll trust you, your brand, and it grows. And if they've got a concern, and you can address that concern really, really promptly, that is just really going to help. And it's this whole cycle, this continual feedback loop. People are contributing towards your products and towards your development, which is really fantastic. To build strong client relationships, and that's what we're all about at Leadif. It's all about elevating your LinkedIn profile to help you to build those strong client relationships, lifelong relationships, and ideally clients. But it is all about building relationships. It's not, people say social selling and talk about how they can sell more using LinkedIn. But what it comes down to is adding value and just building relationships. And that's what LinkedIn is about. It's a relationship platform. And this requires trust and transparency, like in any relationship. And it takes a while to kind of build that trust. But if something doesn't quite go right, then that trust can be lost in a second. Someone could completely neglect you and move away and go elsewhere so easily and so quickly. So it's important that we have regular check-ins with clients. I'm guilty of not doing that too well. I need to have a list of my clients, the phone numbers, and really set some time aside to kind of just touch base with them. Have a quick phone call just to see how they're getting on, to make sure we're still able to add value in other ways. There could be opportunities to upsell, and that conversation could lead to an opportunity to sell them another product or service. So that's a few things there. I just want to share something around video reviews that I've been doing myself at Leadif as well, and then we'll open it up for a bit of discussion. So here we go. Let me just share yet another screen. Sorry, there's been so many screen shares today. It's a bit screen share overkill. This one's called Video Ask. Video Ask is a tool. I think it's made by the guys at Typeform. Typeform do questionnaires and all sorts of things like that. But this one allows you to record a super simple testimonial request video. So this one works like this. You get a nice clean video. If you're working on a smartphone or a smaller screen, obviously that condenses down for a smartphone. So you can do up to, with a free version of Video Ask, you can do up to 3 questions. And the way this works is you can, think about the 3 different questions that you want to ask. That's going to create a really stunning review and inspire other people to do more business with you. And what you can do is record a really quick video. You don't have to have a video if you don't like camera. You can just do this as a text and a simple image. So they watch the video and then you ask them the question and then they record their own answer. And you just hit the record button here. My camera's being used by another app at the moment, but let's see if this works. Allow. There we go. So you then just basically hit the record button here. You record your answer. You get a beautiful little countdown. And then you've got 2 minutes to just talk about the business that you've interacted with. And once you've done it, you click finish. This then generates a little preview of the video that you've just shot. And then you've got 2 minutes to just talk about the business that you've interacted with. And if you're happy with it, you click send, and it'll start to ask you for your name and potentially an email address, test@test.com. And then once you've done that, it moves. Question 2. So it moves on to the second question that you want to ask them. A really super easy platform. Very quickly, I set this up in probably about 15 minutes to 20 minutes, shot the videos, and then implemented this and pushed it out to existing clients, and I've so far had 3 back, which have been really good ones, and I feature those in my website. It's a great place to feature them. So that just gives my customers a bit of a platform for them to talk about their business a little bit, and for me to promote their business as well. So that's called Video Ask. It's a fantastic tool that you can utilize for client retention as well. Any questions? I know, Michelle, you're on the you're in the live room. I'm just checking online, see if there's anyone on the live stream. There's 4 people watching on the live stream at the moment, but any questions, Michelle, or thoughts around, client retention? What are you up to?
No, not at the moment.
No? Are you at the stage where you've got clients?
Yeah, we've got clients at the moment. So yeah, some of the things that you've mentioned is some of the things that we have thought about doing.
Okay, great. Yeah, I think anything you can do. If you can't do it all, just pick one strategy, and I think it's amazing. You'll see that those relationships last so much longer, and that's the key here. Just got to try a strategy and see what works best for you. So, what strategies have you thought about?
I suppose the questionnaire one's quite good.
Yeah.
Especially for us, obviously being in construction, and it's probably just seeing, because we don't do traditional construction, it's more modern methods.
Yeah.
So it's just getting people's understanding, and obviously the market for that is very specific. Yeah.
I mean, video is a very powerful medium to people can just relate with video, can't they? And I think that's why I like the video testimonials, because it's a real person sharing their real emotions, their feelings about the service, or they're reviewing your service. So presumably you take like photos, and do you do case studies at all in terms of?
Yeah. That's something that we're working on at the moment, is our case studies. But some of our clients, we've got some client reviews, written ones.
Right.
What videos ones would be probably good as well for the website.
Yeah, that's all really good stuff, and it's just keeping. I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Because I guess you have a huge, big building project, and that's it. They're no longer a client. So it's can you do more work, repeat work for people somehow, or work with developers, or so you work with the same people again?
Yeah, it's more developers and manufacturers. That's the kind of target market that we're going for, so we can get repeat work from them rather than the individual homeowners.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Yeah. And on the back of it was the 4-day challenge that we ran a couple of weeks ago. Have you managed to implement any of the? You've been reaching out to people on LinkedIn yet at all?
Yeah, I've been
brilliant.
doing more on LinkedIn. I've been commenting as well, more on other people's posts as well, which
Excellent.
has been good.
Yeah. You'll see your SSI score shoot up the more active you are on those posts.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Well, bit of a shorter masterclass today. It was just you, and I think there was a couple of others that have dipped in and out, which has been good. Anyone else on the call would like to chip in? Now's your time to do so, especially around this subject of retaining clients. I think we're done. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. If you want to have a quick sneak preview of what's coming up next week, we're talking about leadership. For our main focus has been B2B coaches and consultants. So we're doing a bit of work around leadership in consulting. That's next week's masterclass. We'll drop emails in around that. If you're interested to learn a little bit more about the Leadeth, the LinkedIn lead generation solution, that's a software tool that automates the process of connecting you with your ideal clients. You can hop onto a discovery call by heading over to our website, which is Leadeth, leadeth.io/discovery. And that'll take you to our calendar where you can book a one-to-one call. And we basically demo the platform and show it to you. You don't need to bring a credit card with you or anything like that. It's purely just extra value to show you what the platform capabilities are and what it can achieve for you. clients are seeing really good ROIs currently at the moment. So it gives us a time just to show off some of the wins with our clients as well. So thanks for joining today. A little bit shorter than normal, but yeah, good to see you, Michelle, again.
No worries.